Hey you guys, so I did not want to focus too much on like the background and the setup and all of that. So yeah, I am in the corner of my bedroom. We got rid of the green couch. She's no longer here because I wanted to change up like the vibe in my bedroom, and I thought I was done with podcasting. I honestly did, but I recently have transitioned into a new phase, and so we're going to no longer be doing the audio podcast, your traditional podcast. We're going to stick with the visual on YouTube. This is a new season, a new era. I don't know what we're calling this yet. Keep Hoping June as the title. We might keep it as that. I don't know if we can say podcast because it's just visual, it's just videos. So yeah, we're gonna have to get creative with that. If you have any ideas, definitely drop it in the comment section so we can talk about it. But yeah, we're starting anew. So a little bit of updates just to catch up. So where we left off, we took a little bit of break, we being me, took a break from Hope in June, the community, the podcast, all of that. Just because I was still unsure on what I wanted to do specifically with Hope in June. Like, I feel like that's always been the hardest thing for me because I know that June Collective was something that I want to do. So that's the brand that I've talked about. A collection of apparel. Back in the fall of 2025, we released volume 1. We just released volume 2 in April, the spring collection. And then we have 2 more collections that will be releasing this summer. And so I knew that that was something that was very important to me because I remember when I was going through infertility, looking for clothes and things that could help inspire hope while I'm going through that journey, like having something tangible, physical that I could look at, that I could wear, make me feel good, keep me encouraged while I'm going through that journey was something very important to me. The second thing that is very important to me is having women come together in a community and having a community so they feel less alone while they're walking through that journey was something else that was very important to me. But I was trying to figure out a way to mold the two together instead of having 2 separate entities and having people, if they want to be part of both, having to go to different places and then me trying to manage both in different places when it comes to social media, websites, and all the things. It was a lot. So I took a break, as you saw, and just really tried to figure out what to do next. And so we have decided that we are going to merge the 2. So the name Hope in June is very important to me because it was the first thing that came to my mind when I knew I wanted to do something for this community. And so I do want to keep that name, but when it comes to like the visual podcast part, so like these bi-weekly for now, videos that I do, we'll keep the name Hope in June. I don't know how to fully tie it into that. We'll figure that out. But for now, that is what this will be. And so that community where I continue to try to pour into you all, offer you tangible resources to help you while you're going through those waiting seasons, through those journeys, especially the infertility journey, your TTC journey, IVF, IUI, whatever the case is, and being able to help you in that when it comes to the grief you experience, the different emotions, loss, all of that. So we will be here bi-weekly. And that makes me excited because I miss talking to you guys. Like, talking on short form on these type of subjects is hard, especially I'll say like TikTok makes it easier because you got up to 10 minutes. Instagram, they don't play that. They said 3 minutes and we not sharing it with nobody new, okay? And so we're trying to reach new people. I have to cut the content down, and so, but it's so much stuff that I want to say. So I'm excited to be able to bring more so that long form content here to you guys because I missed y'all and I love y'all, and I've had so many sweet people reach out and say, when are you gonna be back on YouTube? Like, we miss watching your videos, I miss listening to you, and I'm not struggling with infertility, but I loved hearing what you had to say, and that made me so happy. So I love you guys, and again, I loved what we were building, and I don't want to just drop that off. I want to continue that. So bi-weekly for now. Eventually we might build up to once a week, but for now, bi-weekly videos here on the June Collective YouTube. Now, of course, It was a Hope in June podcast channel, but we're changing the name and everything. Also, what you can expect is more behind the scenes content. So me being a new founder, me trying to figure out this whole thing of starting a business, running a business, what that all looks like, and just kind of taking you guys like vlog style behind the scenes on that type of content. I'll be sharing too. So we'll have these sit down videos, but also we'll do like some vlog style type videos as well. And yeah, I'm excited to share that with you guys. So we are going to do that. We're continuing with June Collective, releasing new pieces each season, which makes me so excited. Like, that really fuels the creative side of myself that I feel like I was always so scared to tap into, because one, I can't draw. Okay, so a little background. And nobody, like my family, if they watch this video, they were like, girl, I do not remember you saying that, but my Nana does. Okay, if she was able to recall her full right mind, she would be able to co-sign. And I have evidence that she could, because she bought me my first and only sewing machine. So I always wanted to be a fashion designer. I think it was like in the heavy, like That's So Raven days, like she was a fashion designer. She had her room up in her attic, and I thought that was so cool. So much so I even asked my parents if they could put my room in our attic, and my daddy was like, you're not gonna have any air. I was like, I don't need air. Like, do we have a window? He was like, girl, no. Like, you wanna be up there with the rats? So, because we lived in a field, and so he was like, you don't want to do that. I was like, I think that would be so cool. They talked me out of it. They wouldn't do it. So I thought that was so cool. My dream was to be a fashion designer, and I wanted to live in New York City, and I wanted to work in a glass office and have an assistant named Marge. Okay, that was my dream. I wanted to do that so bad. And I had the opportunity to, I used to sing in a group, in a choir back home, and we had the opportunity to go, we had to sing in New York City, and we went, and y'all, that was my dream trip. I loved New York City. I wanted to go there so bad. All of my favorite shows happen to be based in New York City, or my favorite movies. Like, I love New York City. That's my dream place. I don't think I could ever live there, or raise a family there, but like in a different life, I would have loved to have lived in New York City and just, I don't know, just be, I just love New York City. But I wanted to live there. I wanted to be a fashion designer. And so I remember telling my Nana this, and she was like, okay, well, my Nana used to sew. She used to make clothes and all types of things. Like, she had like 2 sewing machines in her house, and she had the real deal. It was like the sewing table to where like the sewing machine came up out of the table, like real deal. Okay, she had a whole sewing room. And so I told her this, and so she bought me a sewing machine. And I remember we would go to Walmart, and we would go to the fabric and pattern section, and we would pick out fabrics and patterns for the different stuff I wanted to make. Like, I remember she taught me how to make dresses. Like, we made like these summer dresses. They were sleeveless. We made matching belts to go with them. We made matching purses to go with them. She taught me how to make a purse out of my jeans. She taught me how to sew on buttons, how to take on my own pants, how to hem pants and skirts, how to insert elastic bands into skirts or pants if they were too big. She taught me how to do the whole nine, how to make pillowcases, how to make stuffed animals, stuff them, all the things. And I remember doing all that, and I guess the dream faded because I couldn't draw. Like, I would try to do sketches. I would see Raven Baxter do, and I was like, I can't draw. Like, I can't sketch. I have the visual, but I cannot draw or sketch. And so the dream just kind of died from there. But I feel like this is a way, although I am not drawing these designs by any means, I have like a vision in my head. I'll put together like a whole like little collage on Canva of like my inspo, and then I will create the colors, the fonts, the sayings, all the things from there. And so I think that's why volume 2 was so important to me. Volume 1, I didn't do that. I was like, not qualified, nope, not gonna do it. Real scared. So I told somebody else my vision, and I allowed them to bring it to life. But volume 2, that was on me. And so I think that's why it holds such a special place in my heart, because it showed me like, girl, you can do this. Like, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the best drawer or designer by no means, but like, you can do this. And so it's really cool just to be on this journey with not only being a founder, a brand owner, but also a creative, because I've always been kind of scared and shied away from that, because I'm like, it's a lot of creative things that I can't do, like, but there's also a lot of creative things I can do and that I am good at. So it's been really exciting. Definitely a learning curve. When it comes to business stuff, like, I feel like I could do a whole series just off the stuff I've learned so far. And I'd be happy to share that with you guys too, because that's been a real cool thing to learn. So we do have more collections coming out. I could say confidently 2 will be coming out this summer. And I'm excited about them. We're finalizing things. I'm excited to share stuff with you guys, with this community. Like I said, if you have questions about that, I'd be more than happy to share, because I feel like so many people aren't sharing and it's hard for me to find the information that I need. So I would love to be able to share that with you guys. So if you are wanting to start something, you don't know where to start, you don't know what you need, I would love to share that with you guys. Happy to do that, because we're all just trying to make it together and there's enough room for all of us. The other thing that we will be doing is the Hope Letter. So that was the weekly newsletter that I would send out just to go with. It was meant to accompany the weekly podcast episodes, so you can have that weekly encouragement as you're going into your new week, prepping for whatever the podcast topic would be. But we're going to scale that back a bit, and we're just going to do a monthly newsletter. So the Hope Letter will still be going out. So if you were subscribed, wonderful, because you will be receiving that letter every month. And if you are not subscribed, then that is fine. You can subscribe below. I'll put all that information in the description box, or on any of our socials. You'll see it there on our website. You can subscribe there and you will receive that monthly newsletter. So yeah, it just makes me happy for you guys to be here, for us to be doing this again. I feel like all these things are so new and they can be scary, of course, because it is new and it's unknown, but it's all good things. And I foresee so much greatness coming from this, and this being our community. You know, I felt like I had to have a separate platform for a community for you guys to be able to talk to one another, reach out to one another. But through this community, just online, I feel like is sometimes that's all you need. That's all people are looking for, you know. And so just being able to talk in the community, in the comments. Again, my DMs, my email address is always open. So if you ever have anything you want to share, something you want to talk about, you want to share your story, something you want to be shared on one of these videos, I'm more than happy to hear that from you guys. And so, yeah, I'm excited. This is a new season, a new era, and I'm just like proud of myself for sticking with something for this long and actually seeing stuff through, because this is hard and it's all new to me. So, but we're here and we're doing it. So I'm so excited. Again, if you guys have any questions, volume 2 is already out, the collection. So you can go to our website and you can purchase your beautiful pieces. The Hope Letter will be going out always look for it the first Monday of every month. You can expect the Hope Letter. So it'll be going out in May, the first Monday in May. And look out for those next 2 collections coming out this summer. And then I will see you guys again on the next episode. We gotta find us a good, like a new intro, a new outro type saying. I don't know. I just want to film and I just want to talk to you guys today. But we'll get all that together. We'll figure it out. But I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.